Hey guys, so this will be a quick little speed test between these two. As you can see, I have two OnePlus 5s. The one on the left is the slate gray 6GB RAM model with 64 gigs of storage. And the one on the right here is the midnight black with a whopping 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. When I unboxed these two, you guys wanted to see a speed test between them. So here it is. Turning on both at the same time to see if there's any difference in boot up. As you can see, both boot up at practically the same amount of time. I do have a pattern set up here on the right. And we are in. So after fresh boot up, just give the phones a moment or two to kind of settle down a bit. Just to compare the colors here. As you can see, slate gray here on the left, midnight black on the right. There we go. Personally, I like the midnight black better. On my gray model here. Now hit me up in the comments and let me know if you have this issue. As you can see, there's some paint chipping going on right there. So I don't know if it's just my unit or what, but let me know in the comments if your OnePlus 5 is doing that. Anyway, let's get back into the phone. Let's get this speed test started, since it's what we all came here to see. As you can see, I do have a bunch of apps open here, which I will use for this test. There's nothing in the background. Everything has been updated. Let's get started. Phone. Messages. Camera. So you can see, so just opening up some basic apps here. Practically no difference between the two. Weather. eBay. What is this? Domino's? Interesting. Amazon. Acrobat Reader. So you can see the app opening speeds. Very fast and fluid. Now onto some games. We have Super Mario Run. We have Asphalt Extreme. GTA San Andreas. Go! As you can see, both are practically identical. Subway Surfers. Temple Run 2. And finally, we have Angry Birds 2. As you can see, there you go. Now, this is what I expected. Basically, no difference in the app launching speeds between the two devices, between the 6 gigs of RAM and the 8 gigs of RAM. Now, where I do expect to see some difference is the multitasking. Remember, the one here on the right has 2 more gigs of RAM. So as you can see, here's all the apps open in the background. So we'll just run through the test again and see what happens. There's the phone, messages, camera, calculator. I'm not seeing any reloading yet. The clock, Play Store, right on that Futurama app, weather, eBay. So you can see a small refresh here on the left. The one on the left, remember, has 6 gigs of RAM. Amazon, so you can see right where we left it off, whereas on the left, had to refresh the page. Still in RAM on that one. Snapchat, same thing. Speed test. Ready to go here on the right. A little bit of a refresh here on the left. Now onto the games. Mario Run, ready to go in RAM. Same thing with this game. GTA, ready to go. Subway Surfers, still in RAM. Same thing with this one. And Angry Birds, same thing. So really, not a stark difference between the 6 gigs and the 8 gigs of RAM. So what happens if I load one more game? Go ahead and run this one. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just going to run through it again really fast here. See if there's any difference. Get one of them to reload. Not seeing any reloading yet. Okay. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a slowdown here on the left. Okay, another minor refresh there. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting some reloads here on the left. Okay, here we go. Getting some reloads on the left, whereas on the right, another reload on the left. Okay, reload on the left. In RAM, and this is restarting the game. Okay, so I think that's the difference right there. And then back to CSR Racing. And there's the another reload. So there you go. So as you can see, basically, what does this mean? Basically, the difference between the 6 gigs and 8 gigs, not much. Really, you're able to run more things in memory here on the 8 gigabyte of RAM variant here on the right, since it has more memory. The 6 gigabytes of RAM model here, it's not a bad phone. It's still fast. It's still fluid, as you saw on the first round of the app opening. It's very fast, and it's still a very capable phone. If you want to save a little bit of money and don't mind the slate gray color, which looks good in its own right, I just prefer the black one actually, go with the cheaper model. But if you want the top of the line OnePlus 5 spec'd out to the max, go with the midnight black model with 8 gigs of RAM. Alright, so hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think about this one. Hopefully this video helped you out making a purchase decision, whether you want the 6 gigs of RAM variant or the 8 gig. Thanks for watching. Peace out.